Here's the number one mistake that people make when they play the sacrifice game. Lifestyle inflation. What is lifestyle inflation? Lifestyle inflation is where your income increases and your cost, your expenses, your lifestyle increases too. That's the mistake. But let me tell you a quick story. I was doing an in-person strategy session. This is back in the day, BC, before COVID. I was with a student and she was a nurse. She was an RN, a registered nurse. And we talked about, what her finances were like when she was still studying to become a nurse. When she was studying to become a nurse, she was a single mum, 3 young boys, all still in school, all young, and a single income household. So in that household, every dollar mattered, like hustle and grind. There were no wasted dollars, and she had to stretch the money and get the most out of every dollar that came into the household. Sacrifice game level 10. If it wasn't critical, if it wasn't important, the answer was no, they didn't do it. But eventually, you study, you improve your life. She became an RN. Obviously that meant more income. She got promotions, and eventually she was on really good income. But the other cool thing that happens, kids get older and then they start working and they're living at home. All of a sudden, your single income household becomes a multiple income household. You're talking decent income and decent money in the house. And I asked her, I said, imagine if you managed your money today the same way that you managed your finances when you were studying to become a nurse, and you made every dollar count, hypercritical around any expenditure, and you hustled. I said to her, can you imagine how much money you would have? And it stopped her, because here's the thing, often people don't realize how much their financial situation has improved. Why? Because you get promotions, but the income tends to go up gradually. Right? It's not like it goes from here straight up to a super high number. It goes up gradually over time. And so what happens? You get lifestyle inflation and your expenses go up at the same speed. And all of a sudden you're on good money / great money, but you're also got a whole lot of expenses that just soak up all that additional money. But here's the other thing. Often when we have limited funds, we're that stressed about our money, and it's stressful all the time. That eventually when we get more money, we just want to be like the song that Akon said, spend money like it don't mean nothing, right? And that's what people want. They just want to be able to relax around their finances and not have to worry about every single dollar. And it leads to lifestyle inflation. And often people don't realize how much money they've actually got. They don't always do the numbers. So how do you avoid lifestyle inflation? It's all about the gap, guys. The gap, right? And what is that gap? The gap between your income and your expenses. And the goal is to grow that gap. Now, here's the thing. You can increase your income, and yes, you can increase your expenses. You can do that, but you got to do it at a rate where the gap doesn't close, right? And by close, I mean it can get here, but you can't do that. If the gap between your income and your expenses or your lifestyle closes, my friend, you've got a problem. And that problem is lifestyle inflation.